Welcome back to Gaming Top Down. Today I'm going to be playing through a new game that's on Kickstarter. I think the campaign is actually ending tomorrow, I believe, so it's right here at the end. It's called Yonder from Sinister Fish Games, and I've really liked some of their other games in the past. I have Moon on the shelf behind me, which is an excellent card drafting game that kind of replaced Seven Wonders for me. So I really like this developer or designer, excuse me, and Sinister Fish, the company. So I've been looking into Yonder, and I wanted to do a solo playthrough before I decide if I'm going to back this game or not. So hopefully that will be helpful for someone else out on the internet as well. I'm going to be playing on the newly released Tabletop Simulator mod, and we'll see how it goes. I've never played yet, so this might be a little sloppy, but it'll be a blast nonetheless. So without any more chatting, let's hop right in. Okay, here in the solo mode, you play against a character named Olos. He's a one-eyed scourge of the Purple Sea, the most feared pirate captain of the New World. And he starts with 50 gold. You can see that right here on the track. I start with 0. By the end of the game, I have to have more gold than him, or else him and his pirate crew have beaten me. So we'll see if I'm able to do that. I'm playing on the normal difficulty. There is a more difficult one and an even more extreme one after that. At different points during each round, if something happens that Olos cannot fulfill, he will plunder, or in other words, get 2 more points. So he'll continue to get more and more gold, and hopefully I'll be able to catch him. This is a worker placement game, and I guess I'll do kind of like a short little teach here about how the game works. And there are 5 different types of workers that you can have in your kind of supply or your settlement. They are shown here on the player aid. There are goblins. They're kind of the default worker that don't have any special benefit, but I think every time you gain them, they come in a pair. Elves are the only workers that can be placed on a worker placement spot that already has a worker on it, as long as it's not an elf. Skeletons don't need to be fed at the end of each round, which is an important mechanism you have to do in this game, is feeding all of your workers. Dwarves build or trade with a resource or food discount. And ogres, if you put them on a spot on the board that have this red ogre symbol in the back, then they will produce double of whatever is there. But they also eat twice as much, so they require 2 food in order to feed at the end of the round. So I'm going to start with some of these workers here. I have 2 goblins, a skeleton, and a, what was that, a giant? Is that what we decided? An ogre, actually. So I start with those, and you can gain more. There's a whole bunch off to the side of the board, and choosing which ones to gain is an important part of this game. Then there are different resources. I think they are gold, iron, and wood, maybe, but the player aid here just lists resources. I'm sure it's somewhere in the rulebook, but those are primarily used for building new building cards into your settlement. I'll be building them from left to right here in the solo mode, so that Olos and some of his workers might use the buildings in my settlement. This game has a cool mechanism where you can play workers to any spot on the board that has this symbol here, the symbol for where a worker can go. You can also play your workers on your own cards in your settlement. So you can see I've got that same symbol right there. And if you're playing multiplayer, you can play your workers onto the settlements of the other players. If you do that, though, you're basically giving them that worker, because at the end of the round, it will go into their supply, but then also they have to feed that worker. You don't have to feed it because you don't own it anymore. So that's kind of a cool interaction point in this game. So some of Olos's workers might populate on my board. So that is some of the rules here. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? There are For the food here that I mentioned, there are grain, fish, and meat. The meat count as 2 food when you're feeding your workers, and then the grain are the only ones that can be kept from round to round. And if you have any extra fish, they're sold for 1 gold if you don't use them at the end of the round. If you can't feed one of your workers, they are returned to the supply. They perish, I guess, and you lose 3 gold or points. So you don't want to do that. That's kind of the benefit of the skeletons, is they don't cost any food. Let's see. You also start with 1 ship. Let me go back to my player board here. This determined which workers I start with and which extra resource I start with. So I start with 2 grain instead of 1. And you can see it has a special ability. I'll be playing this ship onto these envoy cards over here, but first I have to get an envoy card. Then once I do that, I can use this conversion on the bottom up to the number of times listed there. So I could do it up to 4 times if I had 4 of each of iron and wood. And then I would get points equal to the number of times I do that. Those will be equal to the round number, actually. Kind of an inverse relationship. So you get 4 points in the first round, and that descends. And then I would also get fish if I used this card, for example. The envoy cards you want to be careful about taking, though, because once you take them, you also put them down here next to your settlement, and you have to fulfill that envoy, what would you call that, kind of requirement each round, or else you lose that contract. That card goes away, and you lose, I think it might be 5 points. Yeah, and you lose 5 points. So once you commit to one, you want to make sure that you can do it every round, and there are 5 rounds in the game. And then at the end of the round, you'll also take a new ship. They are here at the top of the board, and they will determine which workers you start the next round with, as well as what resource you gain as well. And then on the backside, they have this benefit listed on the right, which is just some perk, basically. Gain 1 Arcana if this ship makes 4 deliveries. Arcana, I think, are the most difficult resource to gain. You can get one here on the favor track. And you can get one a few different ways, like that card we just looked at. And then on your turn, if you have one, you can place it here in the upper city. It has to go in one of the bottom spots first, but if the bottom spot is covered, then you can place it in the spot above, which is generally better. And they give you some immediate benefit, like you can build a building or go up the favor track again, get a meat or a goblin. So you get some perk for those. These are the cards that are available that you can draft into your hand. I have 3 cards in my hand here at the beginning of the game. Got the haystacks that cost 1 wood to build. You can see that at the top. And then that will give me a worker spot that would generate 2. Maybe it's hay and not, it's probably wheat or something. Generate that yellow resource. This second one costs iron and wood, and as a permanent effect, when you get resources when placing an ogre, you may discard one of the resources to place 1 coin here, and that coin will be a point at the end of the game. And then this one is a castle I can build. It costs a lot to build. Where did it go? It costs 1 Arcana. My Zoom doesn't like me. 1 Arcana, 1 wood, and 2 iron, but at the end of the game it would give me 12 gold points. So those are the 3 cards I start with. I'll probably want to build those, or they might kind of dictate or point me in a direction for my strategy. And then I will probably be trying to get some of these cards. This icon here at the architect spot would let me draft one of these cards into my hand. And like I mentioned before, this spot here with the builders would let me build one from my hand. And if I use a dwarf there, that little reminder right there, then I would get to pay 1 fewer resource to build that card. Yeah, I think that is most of the game. After the, let's go back up to the top and just look at the round tracker here. So at the end of the first 3 rounds, after you place your last worker, Or if you didn't play a worker on a turn, then you flip your headquarters over to the backside to show that you have locked up shop, and then no more workers could be placed in your settlement if you were playing a multiplayer game. Here in the solo game, that just kind of signifies the end of the round. And when that happens, then I'll double check, but I believe the buildings are discarded and new ones come out. Same with the envoy cards, and same with the boat tiles. So a bunch of new ones will come out. They're separated in 3 different decks, A, B, and C, so that the C ones come out, later in the game. How the Automa works is there are 6 cards. They're shuffled, and then 4 of them, or 2 are set aside, and 4 of them will be used. So at the end of each of my turns, we'll flip over one of his cards to see what he is going to do on his turn. And then if we continue and I have more workers than 4 and he doesn't have a card to flip over, then he's just going to plunder every turn. So he'll get 2 more points every turn that I go above that 4-turn limit in the round. So you got to be careful not to have too many workers, it seems like, or you'll just be giving him tons of points. Anyways, I have no idea what good strategies are or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for the game, so we're just going to hop right in with that limited knowledge that we just went through right there, and hopefully I explained everything okay, but we'll just go over the rest of it as we go. So without any more chit chat, let's go back to my board here, flip that back over, make sure I know what resources I have, look at my hand one more time. I do wish my hand was a little bigger, but that zoom is crazy. Okay, for 1 wood, I can build that. Don't know that I'm going to use ogres that much, and the benefit of the ogre is getting the 2nd resource. I don't know that I love the ogre peddler. And then the castle, just very expensive to build, but a lot of points at the end. Well, what to do? Let's go look at the worker placement spots. So I have an ogre, 2 goblins, and a skeleton. Any workers that are played here in the city return to the general supply as well at the end of the round, so you won't get them back, but that you also don't have to feed them, which is kind of nice. So what do I want to do? Do I want to I don't think I want to get a new ship. Let me just make sure that that is what that means here in the rulebook glossary. If I go down to shipwright, it says worker spot, shipwright, spend 2 wood to add the top ship in the wharf to your supply. Are you a good one? You may deliver to an A or B envoy once per round for free without receiving the gold. You need the gold for points. Okay. Let's see. I need an envoy card, I believe. Where's a spot that would give me them? Envoy. I feel like I'm missing something obvious here. Architect build gives you a building card. What gives you an envoy? I think maybe you just have to I think that's one of the options. Let's go back to the player aid. My camera shortcut will work. There we go. Fulfill an envoy. Once per turn, choose an envoy on the board or in your supply. If you choose one on the board, then add it to your supply. Assign a ship to the chosen envoy and then make the delivery. Okay, so you just have to be able to do the thing. Okay, so I could do that one. Skeleton peasants. Or I could do the sea ogres. Do I want to focus on fish? So they'll give me coins at the end of each round if I have extras. But wheat is persistent from round to round, which is really nice. It's a good question. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking through what I might want to do here. Got a few food. So I probably, if I'm going to do that one, I want to be able to do it a couple of times probably. So I want to get some resources. He's blocking that one. Arcana is expensive. I have to trade 3 resources for it. Yeah, could just get another worker. But then I'm giving Olos more time to get points, so that maybe doesn't seem like a good idea. Gold. Maybe I just do that and focus on the wood elves. Yeah, let's try that. We're gonna send this goblin here to build this card. I don't have a dwarf, or that would have been nice for the discount. Okay, I have to pay. Zoom out just a little bit so I can put stuff away better. I'm going to pay the wood to build that. And then I can use I don't have an Arcana or fulfill an envoy. I don't think I'm going to fulfill an envoy yet because I want to be able to do it twice. So then I think I just end my turn. Let me double check. I'm not going to lock up. All right, well, we're going to go to Olos here. He's going to draw his top card. Not all of them. Flip that over. Okay. He is going to... I should probably make a new camera shortcut for him really quick. We'll make you shortcut number 5. Okay. So he is going to put a dwarf in the Arcana market. Don't like that. Okay. Probably have a bunch of workers set aside for him, but I didn't do that. He takes building card number 4. I think he just gets rid of it. Doesn't really matter. And then the envoy card number 4. Whew. Glad he didn't take the wood elves one that I wanted. Okay, we'll just set these over there. Okay, he didn't have anything he couldn't do, so I don't believe he gains any loot, so no points. Now it is back to me. I have enough. Yeah, this seems crazy, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to put this ogre here, which gets me 4 of this, of the wheat. We'll take, well, not that one, these 4. Bring them over here with us. Okay, I am going to have to feed him now, but I do have enough to do that. Okay, and then I'm going to complete this envoy. Putting this ship on top of it. Do I flip it? No, I don't think so. Okay, and then I can do that number of times. On the first delivery, you may deliver for free without receiving the delivery bonus. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to deliver for free to get 4 gold. Because I believe that is what the round number was. Yeah, 4 gold. And then I'm going to do 2 more. Which I guess I could have just left these over there. But, oh, come on. Sometimes this thing hates me. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 4. Okay, just gonna set these over here, and that will do 2 more. That'll give me 8 more points, up to 12, and it'll give me 2 wood for doing that conversion. Do you think this game with the lots of little pieces will be a little easier to manage with my actual fingers, but I think that was a pretty good turn, actually. Okay, and then just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. I'm not going to use Arcana. I did fulfill the envoy, and I placed a worker. So I think my turn's done. So let's go over to Olos, draw his card, flip it over. We place it just a little off-center so we can see those boat numbers. Okay, a goblin at the city gates. Need to give him a bunch of workers. Let's just do that real quick. We'll give him all of these. Oh, come on. Don't explode. It doesn't like that I grabbed so many. Drop. Well, anyways. Goblin city gates is blocked now. Let's see. How do I... Oh yeah, I spin this to rotate you, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay. He steals building card number 1. Which I just want to be on top of that one. But we got some stuff in the way. Get over here, dudes. Okay, and envoy number 1, which I believe since he can't take, he gets to plunder and get 2 points. Let me double check that. If there's no... If the card has already been taken, then he plunders instead. Yep, so he will come up here to 52. Don't like that. Okay, but it is what it is. Now we're back to me. Let's come down here, look at my cards. Ogre Peddler. I need those 3 food. Completed my envoy, which is good. I have a skeleton and a goblin. Let's come back up here to the top of the board. Got 2 wood to get that though. That's pretty costly. Where would I not mind? I guess let's I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this goblin and put him on the audience chamber. So that, coming up here, just moves me up on the favorite track once. So I get a card and a fish. I already have 1 copy of the haystacks. I don't know that another one would be amazing. I think I want this one, the fishing boats. I'm going to take that, we'll put it in my hand. And a fish. Zoom out a little bit so I can grab a fish. Bring it over here. Okay, I'm not going to complete an envoy, and I don't have an Arcana to spend, so we are back to Olos. Let's flip his card. Okay, so he's going to put a worker in the leftmost available spot in my settlement, which is not available because both of mine are used. So he's going to plunder and get 2 points. Okay. He's going to take the 3rd building, the quarry, and the 3rd envoy card. And maybe I'll want to, I think I will have to lock up this next turn, which will be good, because then he won't be able to flip his last card. Okay, so it's back to me with my skeleton. I don't want to get rid of him. I guess I could lock up without playing a worker. That seems kind of silly, though. I should have played the skeleton down there instead of the goblin, but hindsight, you know. Alright, well, I guess I will just be getting rid of him, because I think I need... I want to build... And I want to build those fishing boats. And doing so will cost 1 of those wood. Okay, then I don't have an Arcana. Not going to complete an envoy card. I don't have a boat to do so. And now it is the end of my turn, and I don't have any workers in my supply. So I must lock up. Let me make sure I don't miss any steps here in the first round of locking up. So sorry, I'm just reading a little bit here, but to make sure that I do that correctly. I think it does explain it down here on the turn reference as well. Apply any locking up benefits on buildings or ships. I don't have any of those. Feed my workers. So I need 1, 2, 3 food. I'm going to do these 3. No, you know what? I'm going to do these 3. Bring them over here, just making a big mess. Then this, what's this, a wheat grain, it looks like, can persist to the next round, which will be good. Okay, now you dock any ships you have, so this basically comes off. I'll scoot you over just a little bit. Okay, and I did meet that, so I don't lose 5 points. I don't have any workers I couldn't feed, so I don't lose 3 points for those. I don't have any gold placed on cards, so I don't earn points for that. I'm going to claim a new ship and take the workers from it. 3 elves, that's crazy. What is the perk there? On this ship's first delivery, each round you may receive 1 Arcana instead of gold. Dang, that seems pretty good, to be honest. And this one was if he can do 4. Right? Pretty sure that's what this is. Yeah, 4 deliveries. That just seems hard, though. I feel like the solo guy was supposed to take a boat, actually. That was envoy. Envoy, yeah. I guess not. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to take that one. Let's try and get some Arcana and get 3 elves. So I'll just put this boat here. Now I have 2 boats to complete envoys with. And he gives me a wood and 3 elves to go along with the other workers that I have. So we'll just grab 3 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. Down here for a sec. Grab all of this. And come back over here. Okay. I just want to make sure I don't miss any of the solo bots rules. I think that I did everything that I needed to. Cleanup phase. Discard any remaining ships in the harbor. Deal new ships. Put you up here. Okay. Discard all the building and envoy cards. Draw 6 new buildings, 4 new envoy cards. Return all the workers. Advance the round tracker. Okay. Just gonna put you here. Okay, then the building cards, same thing. Get rid of you. I've made a big mess like everywhere on the board, but it's alright. Hey, I want both of you. There we go. Just set you over here. And flip out 6 new ones. I don't know why those are black on top at the moment, but I guess that's okay. Okay, and then it was return all of the workers. Just put them over here with Olos. Probably a way to like make them closer together, but that's fine. Okay, and then at the start of at the start of the round, I have to do a couple things for Olos. So let's flip these real quick. I guess you can see these details on the other side as well, but the leftmost worker will block the spot that makes these resources. So I need 1 elf. He goes on this wood one. I need 1 ogre. He goes on this one. Oh no, he doesn't. He goes on... No, there's... Wait. Yeah, that's right. The ogre goes here. 1 dwarf on the meat spot. And 1 skeleton on the gold spot for the blocking. And then we need to take his cards here, put them back in a pile, mix these 2 in as well. Okay, then we need to shuffle them a few times, take out 2, and this will be his stack for the next round. Then I think we're ready for round 2. I moved the round tracker. All right, so I've got a lot more workers now. I've got 3 elves, a goblin, and an ogre, 2 boats. Should probably look at what are these new envoy cards. The feasting elf nobles. I can trade a meat for money and moving up the favor track. 2 iron for money and gold, or not gold, and wheat. And then goblin ranchers, wood and wheat, money and meat. That would be kind of nice. Well, that's 2 grain and a wood for points and a goblin. I think I want this goblin ranchers one, which makes it tricky because he might take it before I can get it. Okay, and let's look at these new cards really quick, and I want to make sure. First delivery each round, you may receive 1 arcana instead of gold. Okay. And these are ongoing effects. Place 1 coin here whenever you spend 1 or more ore. 1 coin here whenever you place a goblin in the city. Your ogres may eat ore. Each ore provides 2 food. Interesting. Convert iron in, I guess that's ore, they're saying, into wood and wheat. Tough. And I need to fulfill this, so I need to get some gold. Use the ogre here to do that with the gold. Okay, so I need those gold to complete the wood elf, so I definitely... but the goblin ranchers also needs gold. Probably not smart. Unless I can get another way to get gold. I keep calling that resource gold. What does it say it is here in the document? Because that's going to drive me nuts. It says it is wood, ore, and hay. Okay. Hay. Not gold. Hay. Okay. What do I need? Get more hay. Even if I use my ogre down there, I'll get 4. Plus the one I have is 5. But I'm going to want to use some here. But maybe I do one that uses wood then, since I'm going to get some wood back. Problem is that one is wood and hay. Wood and 2 grain. But I don't have a way to get grain very well. Man, the puzzle here is tricky. Let's see. What's down here? I don't love any of the cards that are out right now, which isn't helping. I think I've got to do this one. Just so that I can get some more food. But I will just need so much hay. And I'll be spending a lot of it. That'll give me wood. Need some hay. I could go up here twice and just get some hay. Or up here once, I mean. That might not be a bad idea. Who to send there? Probably the goblin. Yeah. Let's send the goblin here to the audience chamber. So that just moves me up 1 here. I'm going to take 2 hay. By doing that. Problem is I can only activate 1 of those per turn, right? Once per turn, yeah. I want to fulfill this one first so that I get a bunch of wood. Not going to be able to do that. So I'm just going to get the 2 hay. I'm going to use it immediately, so we'll just pretend I have it. So I took the 2 hay for moving up on the favor track, and then I am going to complete the goblin ranchers. So I'll move him down here. And I'm going to do his twice with this boat here. By using that boat on the first delivery, I'm going to get a meat, but I'm not going to get the 3. I think it's 3 points, right? In this round, it is 3. Okay. So I'll get the meat, no points, but I will get an Arcana. Then in the second conversion, I will get the meat, and I will get the 3 points. So I need 2 meat and an Arcana, and I gave up 2 hay and 2 wood in order to do that conversion. So let's take a couple meat. Okay, that might be too much food, but probably going to put some guys down here. At least 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that might be too much food. It's okay. We're just figuring it out. Okay, so I've got 15 points. How many do you have, Olos? 54. I'm not feeling so hot about my chances here, but we're having fun. All right, let's come over to your spot and see what you do. Goblin at the city gates. City gates is the spot up here, I think, that gives you whatever kind of worker you want. That's blocked. He takes building number 1. Get out of here, building. And he takes envoy number 1. So he wouldn't have taken it, but well, I wouldn't have known. I'm just going to start stacking them there. Okay, you are done, so it's back to me. I think I have to go here. I'm going to send the ogre to the haystacks to get 2 hay. Actually, I'd get 4 hay. So I have 5 hay. I'm going to use this here. The first delivery is free, but I don't get the wood. So that one just goes up 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to use those 4 hay I just got from the ogre to do 2 more conversions. So that's 6 more points going from 18 to 24. And getting 2 wood for doing so. Grab you 2. Okay, that was my envoy. Oh, I forgot to take my arcana. Last turn. From this boat. Do I want to do that arcana? Might be nice. Build a building. I don't like the ones I have in my hand. Go up on this track and get a ton of food that could last from round to round. Meat, goblin. Oh, maybe the extra goblin worker would be okay. Well, I want to build a card first, I think. I'm not sure where I want to place that. Probably in this resource spot or in this up on the favor track spot, because the higher you get up there, they do start to get pretty nice. And yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to come here, place this guy here, so that I can move up again, get 3 wheat. Come on, thing. Okay, I have way too much food, but that's okay. I'll just use the meat this round, and then I'll have a ton of grain left over. Okay. I use the arcana. I don't have an envoy. I don't even have a ship. On my next turn, I could use 2 wood to take this one. What are you? When you deliver with this ship, you may pay the cost of another of your envoys instead. It's an interesting one. I don't know if it's worth fighting for. Okay, I think that's whoops, don't want the whole stack. Flip you over. Okay, a dwarf at the Arcana market. I feel like we had this card last time. Arcana market is right here. Takes card number 4 and envoy number 4. Take these envoys while I've got them. Come here, envoy number 4. All right, board is looking a little empty. Zoom out just for a second. Okay, and that was everything on his turn. So now we are back to me. And what do I want to do? I have 3 elves. Maybe I want to get a card and then build. I can build this one. Whenever you place a goblin in the city, I don't have any goblins. I feel like that might not be a bad card, though. What does that symbol mean? Take a boat for free? Let's look in the rulebook real quick. Since that is next on the favor track, that might be helpful for me. Favor track, here you are. 3 grain. You may immediately fulfill an envoy. 1 delivery you make to this envoy is free. I don't have an envoy. If I got a boat, I could fulfill this envoy. I have a meat. It's an extra meat because I have too much. Maybe that would be smart. Because I'm getting meat here. I don't know if taking 2 on a turn is wise, but you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to take an elf up here. Can't change the camera while I'm holding something, I guess. Pay 2 wood. Get rid of these 2 wood in order to take this boat back down here into our section of boats, which is getting kind of big at this point. I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit. Okay, now that I've taken my turn, I can optionally complete an envoy, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one, set it right here, complete it with this boat, and then wow, I could even, oh, you can only do it once. Okay, that's fine then. So I'm going to get rid of 1 meat in order to get 3 points and move up once on the favor track. And that moving up once is probably a lame one for me to do right now, but it's okay. The 3 points I think are maybe useful enough. 1, 2, 3. Catching you, Olos. Kind of slowly. Okay. All right. I think that was an okay turn, maybe? Let's see what Olos is going to do. Okay, a skeleton on the builder's spot. Card number 6. Ooh, and he is going to take the highest Arcana spot that is towards the right. But he's going to take this one, I believe, since it is the only spot available on the second row. Place an Arcana in the rightmost available top row spot. If no top row spot is available, there is one, so he's going to block that. Which seems like a pretty good one, but I did just buy an extra boat tile, so it's probably fine. Okay. Back to me. I have 2 more elves. Got a lot of food. I could just throw one here to keep the elf for next round. Get the 2 fish that will convert into 2 points at the end of this round. That seems kind of silly. If I got a good card, then I could build it. Just got rid of those 2 wood, so I can't build this card. And an elf can go anywhere, except for here and here, because there's already an elf there. What if I don't know if this is smart, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw an elf here at the audience chamber, which moves me up 1 here, which gives me a worker of whatever type I would like. I want a skeleton so that I don't have to feed them. And then I don't have one of these complete. I don't have an Arcana, so it's back. Dang it. It's back to Olos, and this is his last card. So he's going to put a goblin in the audience chamber. It's already got 1 blocked, so he's going to plunder for 2 points. 1, 2. Then, whoops. Second card. And the second envoy is already gone, so he will plunder again for 2 more points. Don't like giving him points. And then since his 4th card is out, let me make sure that I do this correctly. Once it's been played, add together the numbers next to the ship icons on the played solo cards and discard a ship from the harbor matching that number. Okay, so he's basically going to get rid of ship number 3, which is this one, the late bloomer. Oh, whoops, I have these right here. Okay. So now it's back to me. If he doesn't have any cards left, then he just gains plunder. So he'll just get 2 points for every turn I do where I don't lock up. Am I allowed to lock up even if I have workers? Locking up. At the end of your turn, you may lock up. If you have no workers in your supply at the end of your turn, or if you did not place a worker this turn, you must lock up. Okay, so you always can if you want to. Maybe I will just throw the skeleton here so that I keep him. Gain the 2 fish. Okay, I don't have an Arcana or an Envoy to complete, so my turn is over, but I will be locking up. So the locking up steps, again, following the turn reference here. Apply any locking up effect on buildings. I don't have any of those. Feed my workers. So I need to feed you for 2. You don't cost any. So doing that, I'm just going to get rid of the meat since it would go bad. Anyways, I'm going to just make a pile over here as well so that I don't have to go quite as far with the scrolling. Okay, so I didn't have any I couldn't feed. I'm going to discard the meat and fish. Fish give me 1 point each. I have 2 fish, so I'll get 2 points for them. Again, just throwing them over here. 2 points, hooray. Okay, profit from gold on cards. I don't have any of those. Claim a new ship and take workers and cargo. What do you say? I like looking at the other side to see what the benefit is. Little Sebastian, you may receive 2 gold instead of the delivery bonus on this ship's first delivery each round. Old McDonald, you may receive 1 meat instead of gold for each delivery. 1 free. You may deliver to an A or B envoy once per round for free without receiving the gold. I should just worry about which resource I want. Wow, 3 dwarves. Could really focus on building. Let's do that. We're going to take Little Sebastian. I have too many boats. But that's okay. I'm going to put my boats here, and I'm going to move my workers a little bit over here. Okay. I need to take my stuff. I need, whoops, flipping my dudes upside down. I need a meat and 3 dwarves. Take 1 of these meat back. Not the fish. And then 3 dwarves over here. I feel like there's too many workers. But we'll see. 3 dwarves. Flip you over so that I can see what your perks are. Take the rest of my ships back. Got a lot of envoys to worry about. Okay. I thought this was on that sheet, but it's not actually. Okay, cleanup phase. Discard the remaining ships in the harbor. Let's go back up to the harbor. Discard the ships. And put 4 new ones out. Naglfar, Goliath, Dagon, and the Merry Goer? I don't know what that is. Anyways. Then discard all the building and envoy cards. Envoy cards are already gone. Building cards now gone. Put out some new ones. Nope, not the whole stack. One. These buildings are cool. Skeleton Spa. Move up to 3 skeletons from worker spots in your settlement to this card. Why would I want to? Just to clean up so that then I have more. Those spots would be available again, I guess. It's kind of cool. If I focused on skeletons. Skeleton Maker. When locking up, you may turn a worker of any type into a skeleton and 1 meat. That is really funny. Giant golden geese. Convert meat 1 to 5 times into money placed on this card. And it looks like that one, yeah, building cost is free. Wow. Same with the Goblin Brewery. Yeah. 2 grain converted 1 to 5 times into a coin on this card. Dwarven Mine. 2 iron converted 1 to 3 times into Arcana. I don't have a good way to get iron. If you have at least 2 dwarves, you get a discount of 1 resource each time you fulfill an envoy. Well, that was maybe perfect for the thing I drew this turn. If you have at least, like in your supply and settlement, I assume, doesn't have to be already placed in your settlement. I don't have a wood, but we'll be getting some in a minute. Okay, let's put out 3 more of these. Shipwrecked Elves, 2 wood and a hay. 1 to 2 times for points and an elf. An elf 1 to 4 times for points and... Wow, 1 of each resource. A dwarf 1 to 4 times for points and 3 iron. Dang. Goblin Rebels, goblins 1 to 4 times for points and 2 hay. This one seems pretty good, especially if I can pair it with, what was it? This one. But I need to keep the dwarves if I want to do the dwarven merchant. There's a lot of different directions you could go. I really like that variability. Cool, okay. So we did those. Discard all the building envoy cards. Return all the workers to the general supply. Advance the round tracker. So let's get rid of these workers here. You, and you. Just come over here into my big mess. Okay, so we got rid of all of those. We've got new building cards. Now, need to move this to round 3. And we set out all of those things. We need to reset Olos's stuff. So we're going to take your cards here, flip them over. Take this deck, shuffle it a good few times, take 2 cards out. Okay, there is his new deck. And he gets a skeleton on this spot. An elf on this spot. A dwarf on that spot can't be done. In that scenario, does he get to plunder? Or is that just a... Final ship is ignored. There's already a worker on that space. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about plundering during the setup section. Okay, good. And then an ogre on the, I think that's the grain spot, right? Let's see, where's my magnifier? Yeah, on the grain spot. Ogre, grain. Okay, we've got our setup for round 3. Oh man, I have no idea what I want to do. These ones are brutal, giving up an entire worker, but they give you some really awesome stuff. And this round it's still 3 points, so I want to complete a bunch of envoys. I already have 3 though that I'm worried about. Tough, tough, tough. I probably need to start. I don't know if I even want to get a new one. There are some cards I want though. It take a whole turn to take a card. Don't like that. I think I'm gonna start. Wow, there is a lot to think about. I'm gonna start here again, get 4 hay. Pretend I have 4 more hay. And what do I want? Do I want the Arcana? Or do I want to deliver for free to get the extra 3 points? Let's do that one. We'll do the Arcana in a minute. I think. Yeah. Okay, so I've got 5 hay from the 4 I just got from the Ogre. We're going to do a delivery, which doesn't give me a wood, but does give me 3 points. Then 2 more deliveries. It gives me 2 wood and 6 more points. Getting rid of all but 1 of my hay. Then I'll only be able to do this one once. Right? Unless I can find a way to get another hay. We'll worry about that in a minute. Okay, so I got my 2 wood, and I did 3 conversions here, so I get 9 points. 24 plus 9, or sorry, 29 plus 9 is 38. Okay, so I completed an envoy. I don't have an Arcana. We are over to Olos. Flipping your card. You want a goblin in the audience chamber. Don't like that. I like that spot. Number 2 card. That is a cool card, the Skeleton Maker. See you later. And the number 2 envoy. Getting discarded. No more points for Olos. Okay, back to me. I think I only want to do this conversion once anyways. And I hate to give up the 3 points, but I think the Arcana might be nice there. It would have been nice to be able to build this first, though. So I can get a discount of 2 resources. You get a discount on the envoys with the dwarves? I don't think so. I think it's just on building and this one and these conversions. I'm pretty sure you don't, or it would have a symbol. Okay. So if I can build that for one cheaper, that's kind of nice, but I need to get the card first. And I want to be able to keep those dwarves. At least one, 2 of them, right? Because that's how many I need for... You have at least 2 dwarves. Okay, so we're going to bail on 1 dwarf. Architect. Let me take the dwarven merchants into my hand. And I don't have an arcana. I am going to do this though. Complete an envoy. And I'm just going to do that conversion once. Getting rid of these 2, which I'll just put over here as well. And that will, instead of points, I'm going to get an arcana token and a meat. Like there was another meat over here. There is not, so we will come back over here. Okay. 2 meat. I swear there was another meat over here, but who knows. Okay. I could do the arcana now. Is there something I really want? I could save it to build my castle. 12 points at the end might be really nice. And I can build stuff with a discount. I could build my castle this next turn. But getting this out seems smarter. Okay, we'll save that arcana. So we are over here to Olos again. Not the whole deck. Skeleton on builders. Card number 6. Oof, glad that I took that. Even though you're going to get 2 points. And you're going to put an arcana right here. Give you your 2 points. Okay. That was all of his stuff. Okay, back to me. I think I do want to build this card. So I'm going to build here. Going to build the Dwarven Merchants card. It would cost 3, but I'm using a dwarf. And yeah, that dwarf symbol is there, so I get 1 discount. So both of these basically are gone. And then I'm going to 2 gold instead of the delivery bonus. Now, that's not going to happen. I want that delivery bonus. So I'm just going to use this one. Complete that. Trade a meat for 3 points. For 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I'm moving up once here. Gives me another Arcana token. Love that. Do I want to place one? 2 wild resources might be very nice. I think I am going to place that one right now. And oh, and this discount of 1 resource each time you fulfill an envoy. These are resources. Food is not a resource, so I could not have used that for a discount on the meat there. So saving up for my castle, I think I want 2 iron because I don't really have a way to get iron, but I do have a way to get wood. So let's take 2 iron. Okay, I feel like that was a pretty good turn. Back over to you, Olos. Okay, he puts an ogre in the leftmost available spot. Oh, crap. On my board. Ah, that stinks. Now I have to feed him. I'll get him, which is kind of nice, but that's a lot of people to feed. Number 3 card. Ah, that is a cool card. All of these cards are really cool at this point. And the number 3 envoy. Okay, back to me. If I don't lock down this turn, then he will take a boat. I don't know that I care a ton because I need the turns. I could get an elf, but only for 1 discount. I don't have those anyway, so never mind. Yeah, what do I want to do? I'm going to throw this elf here on the audience chamber again. Which just lets me move up here. And that symbol, if I'm not mistaken, lets me take a, where is it? Favorite track. Return 1 worker in your settlement or on the city board to your supply. I don't really want to pay for you, so I'm going to put you back in my supply. And then I'm that much closer to the top of that track, which would let me choose a building card in your hand and add it to your settlement for free without paying the build cost. Oh wow, so I could build my castle for free using that. Or something else if I wanted. Yeah, I think that was smart to get 1 move away from the top of that track. Okay, I have an Arcana. I was saving it for my castle, but I don't know if I need to anymore. So maybe I just place it. I don't want him to take the spot I want, so I'm gonna go here. I think and just get 1 of each resource. Take this, this, and that. Okay, got some good stuff. I don't have any envoys to complete. I don't have a goblin, so I couldn't complete that 4th one if I wanted. In theory, I could do that one. How many points and an elf? I don't think I want to. Right? It's a tough decision. I don't think I want to. I have a 4th boat, though. I could just get 2 extra gold. You know what? But you'd be negative 5 points if I don't complete him on a future turn. How many rounds are there? 2 more rounds. I'm going to take 1 more boat as well. Let's do it. Just kind of fishing for points. Here, we'll take the shipwrecked elves and complete it. You may receive 2 gold instead of the delivery bonus on the ship's first delivery each round. I'm only going to do it once with the 1 discount because of my dwarven merchants. So just these 2. I don't know if that was smart, but I'm going to do it. 3 points. Do I want an elf? I think I do. I think the elf's value is higher than the 2 extra points. We'll just go 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Get an elf. Okay. Now we are to Olos, his last card here. Goblin at the city gates. Card number 1. And envoy number 1 is gone, so he's going to get 2 points for that. And then he will take ship number 2, adding those together. Number 2 is Goliath here, so we'll get rid of Goliath. Now it's back to me. Okay, I've got quite a few workers. I probably want to close shop this turn so that I don't give him more points. I could throw the skeleton here so that I don't have to feed him. And get 2 fish that will just turn into 2 points. I think I want to save the castle to be built for free. I don't want to do that. Kind of like the dwarven mine. But I don't really have a good way to get stone. I was saving it for the castle, but I don't need it for the castle anymore. But it will take 2 of them to build that. Tough, tough, tough. I think I'm just going to do this. Play it safe. We're just going to go here. Take these 2 fish. And then I am going to lock up. So let's remember what locking up. Let's see, camera number 4. Here we go. Apply any locked up effects. Don't have those. Feed workers. So he is 1, 2, 3 that I need to pay. So with 3, I'm going to pay the meat and 1 grain. And we'll slide guys over so that I can put my boats there. Then I get rid of my 2 fish. Whoop. But that will give me 2 points for doing so. Okay, so I paid my workers. Didn't have any I couldn't feed. Dock my ships. I didn't have any envoys that I didn't complete, so we'll just take these ships back off. Whoops. The problem is I'm about to take a 5th ship. Let's just slide you over a little more. Okay. Then profits from golden cards, don't have any of that. Claim a new ship. Okay. Do I want the Dagon? Get 2 fish when locking up. The Merry Goer. Before delivering, you may swap this ship with the top ship in the wharf. It is the top ship in the wharf. After delivering, you may discard the envoy and this ship to gain 1 of each resource. I kind of like that one. Discount of 1 food on this ship's first delivery each round. Oof, but that one would let me do that for free, basically. But I think I need the resources more. I'm going to take... I'm going to take this one, the Merry Goer. Merry-goer gives me a hay and 2 goblins and 2 dwarfs. I have all the dwarfs basically. 2 goblins along with them. Okay. And then I think that is all for me. Now we just need to do Olos's steps and the cleanup steps for the round. Cleanup steps for the round are... Okay, so we're going to come up here, discard the remaining ships. 1, 2. Am I holding 2? I think I am. I'm not. It's because I took one from the stack. Interesting. Round tracker moves. Okay, discard you. And both of you. All of you guys. Again, just over here in a big mess. Over here. Then, okay, we're on round 4, so no more ships will ever come out. That is all of them. And we've got 2 more rounds. This is a special round. Whoever, what's the term, locks up first will get this Arcana. So if I lock up before he plays his 4th card, I will get it. If not, I do not get it. I think that's all. Oh, I need to put new cards out, actually. Dwarven Hill House, 4 points. Wow, times the number of dwarves you have. I have a lot of dwarves. Maybe that's what I want. Unicorn pen. For all the hay that I have. Okay. And then all of them. Okay, and then for Olos, he's going to have a dwarf on this spot. A ogre would also be on that spot, but cannot be. And a skeleton on this spot. Then you will reshuffle your cards. Okay, separating out 2 his cards. There's his deck. And here we go, about to start round 4. Again, you'll do this much quicker in person with your actual fingers. There's a lot of pieces, actually. And again, just like setting out those 6 cards and these 4 cards, a little trickier on TTS. Without a scripted mod here, so this is fun. This is great. I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I feel like this 4 points per dwarf is pretty great. I imagine, let me look at the card. I imagine that's for all dwarves in my supply as well. It's a Dwarven Hill House. Where are you? Dwarven Hill House. Gain 4 gold per dwarf in your supply. Yeah. That seems really good because I have a lot. I have 4. Yeah, I think that's gotta be one of my plays here. So let's get that card before he steals it. Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to use a worker that we don't care about. Goodbye, goblin. Sorry for not caring about you. Send you here. Dwarven Hill House goes into my hand. And now I could play an Arcana or complete a envoy if I wanted. Don't think. Yeah, I don't want to, so we're just going to end with that, which is maybe a bad turn, but okay, we're going to flip over Olos's card. He's going to put a That's like the worst thing. I did not want you to do that. Because I wanted to use that spot with my dwarf so that I could build, but then retain the dwarf. Because now I'm going to have to build here and lose the dwarf. Will I get a boat at the end of this round? I probably will not, right? Let's hop down here to the claim a new ship. Oh, it does say claim a new ship when you're locking up. I just don't think there's going to be any. Wonder if I took one that I shouldn't have been able to. I think I did it right. Because what if there aren't any ships left? Maybe that discard pile gets shuffled or something. Okay, so I will get a ship. Are any of those ships dwarf? Number 1 has one dwarf. I don't want him to take that one, I guess. I could make some dwarves. But like these last couple rounds, I could really hurt myself by taking an envoy that I can't do, though. Okay, well, continuing his turn, he puts this guy here, which really stinks. Takes the 3rd card and the 3rd envoy. Alright, back to me. I think I need to do this in the same order. Put the haystacks here so that I can get 4 of them. So I've got 4 haystacks in addition to this one. 1 arcana instead of gold. Felt like I was going to get the 1 arcana somewhere else, didn't I? I think I usually do that one here, though. Okay, we're going to do this here. So I get to do a free delivery without the wood. So that will be, I think it's just 2 points this round. Yeah, 2 points plus 2 that I'm paying for with the 4 hay that I got here. That's 2, 4, 6 points and 2 wood that I'm earning from that. Let's give myself those points. Here's 5, 6. Catching you, Olos. Okay. Now, if I had an Arcana, I could spend it. I don't think I have one. I just completed an envoy, so I can't complete another one. So my turn is up. Back over here to Olos the Pirate Goblin at the city gates. Card number 1 is gone, so he gets 2 points. And was that envoy number 1? Yeah, envoy number 1. Okay. Back to me. Let's come back here. I need to be able to do this one this turn. I think I've been usually doing this one. I think it's a pretty good. It's a bummer to have to use the meat for that, though. I'm going to have to work on getting food a different way. Wait, I forgot to take my discount of 1 resource each time you fulfill an envoy. I think it's just 1 for the entire transaction. Let me double check on Dwarven Merchants. Dwarven Merchants is a level B card. He is, if you have at least 2 dwarves, you get a discount of 1 resource each time you fulfill an envoy. Not once per delivery, once per envoy you fulfill. Okay, so I actually get 1 of those gold back for that discount, which is good because now I can fulfill this one twice and get 2 meat. Okay, so I'm going to take this one here and do that twice, saving one of the hay for my dwarf discount. So I'll get rid of this and these two. Oh, whoops. To complete that, so that's 2. On the first delivery, I'm going to take an Arcana instead of gold. On the second one, I'll take the gold. The gold is just 2 gold. And then I get 2 meat. Come on, there we go. Okay, good. Good. Okay, do I want to use that Arcana? I could use it on another meat. Or building. When was I thinking I was going to move? Oh, I'm going to move up right then, which will give me the castle. Put it there. I could discard him. Which might be nice. Because what do I need? I need a wood, and I don't think I'm going to get wood again. But getting like the extra meat would be really nice too. Losing those 5 points would be brutal. And he's kind of outside of my engine that I have going here with these 3. I think I'm going to do it. Seems like a bit of a waste, but it's probably not. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Discard. You get out of here, shipwrecked elves. Okay. Alright, I played an Arcana. I fulfilled an envoy. And I put a worker down. Where did I put the worker? Did I put a worker? I don't think I actually don't think I did. No, I definitely didn't. So I need to put a worker down. I think the worker I will use is this skeleton here, so that I get these 2 fish to help feed these 2 ogres that are in my settlement. Okay. I did those in a different order, which you can do. Okay, that is me. Back to Olos. Flipping that card. Dwarf on the Arcana Market. Card number 4. Goodbye, Unicorn Pen. And Envoy. Number 4. In theory, I could get more dwarves doing this. That might be a good idea. As I try to like combo that with this dwarven hill house. Problem is I would need 1 more iron. And iron has been a tricky one for me to come by. I don't think that's a good idea. Actually. Okay, back to me. Got a ton of workers left. Really don't want him to take this card with the dwarf. But maybe I don't care that much. I do need to complete this. Let's just focus on completing that this round. I think I'm going to send this goblin out here to get another meat. Is there any more over here? There's not, so we'll zoom out a little bit. Grab one over here. Okay, and then we're going to complete Oh yeah, I was going to do this. This one, before delivering, you may swap this ship with the top ship in the wharf. Oh, I think it's gone though. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I was all excited because I thought I'd thought that through, but I obviously did not. So I guess it doesn't really matter which one I use. I'm going to put that one here. Give up a meat to get 2 points. And to move up once here, which gets me my free build, where I'm going to build the castle, I think, right? Yeah, I think it's got to be that. Okay, castle built for free. Now I don't have to worry about that one. Okay, I've completed all of my envoys. I don't have an arcana, so I am done, which means he is going to get rid of a boat. Oh, I don't have a worker spot, thank goodness. Since I don't, he's going to get to plunder. Fairly certain. I will double check that real quick. There's no available spot. He plunders. Yeah. Okay. 2 points for you. And an arcana in the leftmost high spot. So one right there. And it's 2 points. I was catching him fast, but then I'm kind of slowing down here. Okay, back to me. Do I go again? Well, yeah, I definitely do this turn. Then do I lock up? Really don't want to build with a dwarf, because I don't want to lose them. So just like really get a lot of resources. That might be helpful actually. Wow, what if I did that? Yeah, let's do that. We're going to send this ogre up here to get 2 ore. And then kind of got a lot of ore. We're going to complete this envoy. Kind of lucky that he didn't take that one. And when you deliver with this ship, you may pay the cost of another of your envoys instead. I think I'll just, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to set him here and just do a single conversion using my dwarf discount for those 2 ore that I just got. And gaining a dwarf from the supply along with my 2 points. 1, 2. And then I'm going to close up shop. Okay, we're right here closing up shop. Any locking up effects? I don't have any of those. Paying for my workers. That's 1, 2. What did I do? Set you here for a second. 3, 4. Skeleton is free, so that's 4 that I need to pay. So we'll pay both meat and both fish. The 2 fish give me 2 points because I didn't have to spend them. Okay. Then we're at dock ships. I've got a ton of workers here. Okay, let's put the ships over here. Coming up on the last round. What did I do? There we go. Okay. I didn't have any workers I couldn't feed, and no envoys that I didn't complete. No gold on cards. Now I claim a new ship token. He would have taken ship number 2 out, so I'll take that one. Kind of lucky, so I can take DiCaprio. Wow, I have too many boats. That's the one I wanted, actually. Okay, perfect. And I will get a fish, a dwarf, and 2 skeletons. Man, I've got a lot of dwarves. A dwarf and 2 skeletons. That's a lot of workers. Okay, was that everything? It is. So now we're going to come back up here and do cleanup. And it is a little different here in the last round, so let me make sure I don't miss anything. Rulebook here, cleanup, phase. Okay, discard all buildings envoy cards. Basically done that already. Put new ones out. Workshop. These are all just endgame points here. I have quite a bit of grain. Wow, 12 grain for 15 points. That's nuts. Okay. Skeleton pirates. I don't know what that means. Ogre contractors build for free. Get rid of an envoy, one of each resource. You have to remove a building? Let's look it up while we're here. Skeleton pirates. Type C building. Here, skeleton. Oh, wait, that's an envoy. Type C envoy. Remove a building card in your hand from the game. Okay. And get one of each resource. That seems pretty good, to be honest. Crazy. Okay. I did not gain the Arcana because he finished first, so we'll just throw that over here. We're on round 5. And we need to get rid of these workers over here to our big trash pile. Okay, I think that is everything. This would have been discarded. There's no new boats to draw. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have gotten that boat. At the end of that round, it's just the Arcana thing. So unfortunately, I don't get that, which means I don't get the fish, the dwarf, and the 2 skeletons that I just took. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure that that is correct, even though that player aid card does list it. Locking up, yeah, rounds 1 to 3 only take one of the ships in the depicted workers. Okay, so I need to get rid of those things. That's good, because I did feel like I had a little too much, which I didn't mind, but you and 2 skeletons. Dang, well that probably changes my plan a little bit. That's okay. Okay, I think we're all set up. We just need to fix Olos's deck here for the last round, and he's beating me 66 to 60. Gonna be a little tricky, but I think we can do it. All right. Shuffle that a couple times. Take 1, 2 cards out. And we'll put that right there. Okay, what do I want to accomplish? I want to get the Dwarven Hill House out for sure. And so I think that'll probably be my first action, just because I'm afraid that he is going to take this spot from me. Or this spot, I mean. I'll build with that dwarf for a discount of 1. I'll build the Dwarven Hill House. And for the discount, I think I'll keep the hay. Okay, now, do I want to do this now, or how many more turns am I gonna? I think I'm actually not going to. I'm gonna get rid of the hay and keep one of the ores, and then I'll get rid of both ores by completing this envoy. Both ores, my discount on the wood from the merchants, get 1 point and a dwarf. I think that might be my... I think that's an okay play. 1 point though, that's not very much. Okay. That was, or wait, I think I actually... do I want to forgo the points? Get the Arcana? Probably, actually. We're going to take that point back. Get an Arcana piece. And I think I probably just want the meat with the Arcana so that I can feed all of my dudes I'm going to have here. So I will take that and this meat. Yeah, I think so. And that should do that. All right, over to Mr. Olos. Skeleton on the builders. Card number 6. That is a good one for me, but it's okay. And an Arcana on the rightmost spot. So he's going to take this 3 fish spot. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to take this spot. Yeah. Okay. Back to me. I think I have to just throw an ogre here to get 4 hay. But then do I use it all? I don't think so. I think I want to do that. So that's a free one plus the 2 extra hay. And the 2 or 4 extra hay for 2 more conversions. So I get 2 wood for those. And I'll get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Don't have an Arcana. Just did that. That is oh, and I get 1 discount, so I get to keep 1 of those hay. Which is really good, actually. Cool. Okay, that is my turn. Goblin at the city gates. He's gotten that card a lot. Number 1 building. Number 1 envoy. Did he not take an envoy? Oh, he didn't, yeah. Number 1 envoy. Okay, back to me. I think I want Don't want to feed that ogre, so maybe I should throw him up here and get rid of him somewhere. Any of these cards I might want to build? 2 per envoy? That's a pretty good card. 2 per ship. Good one too. Problem is, I'm not going to want to build another card because I'd have to build it out here, and that will get rid of 4 points for the dwarf. Unless I build it with a different worker, but then I'd have to pay the entire cost. That's tricky. I think I am going to throw him here to get 2 more hay. Here's one. And here's another. Okay, then I'm going to complete this envoy with... I want the 2 meat, I think. So... doesn't really matter, I'll just use this one. I'm going to do this conversion twice. I get a discount of 1. I'm going to pay these 3. Move up 2 points and get 2 meat. Meat. And 2 points. Ooh, I'm right behind you there. Okay. I think that's everything I can do. I don't have an Arcana token. Completed that. So we are back over here. Audience chamber. Card number 2. And envoy number 2. Okay. Oh, whoops. I just pushed the wrong button. This is camera 3, like right here. Okay. What do I want to do? I need to complete that so I don't lose the 5 points. We'll do that on this turn. It'd be nice to build this goblin post because I only have 4. Trading 4 points for 8 points. It's not the worst idea, I guess. Oh, I need the card first, so let's send an elf there to Architect. Take this card into my hand, and then we will use this one here. Only do this conversion once, so we'll get rid of the 1 meat token and get 1 point plus 2 points because I'm going to use that bonus instead of the upgrade on the favor track since I'm all the way at the top. That's 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Past you, Olos. Okay, I don't have an Arcana, so we're back to Olos. This is his last card. Arcana Market. Card number 4 is gone, so he'll get 2 points for that. And Envoy card number 4. So he gets 2 points, so we're tied. Okay. And then I'd love to build this card, which I guess I could do so. Completed all my envoys. I could send him down there, but it's 2 points and he'll gain 2, so that doesn't seem really worth it. I have 5 dwarves. 5 times 4 will be 20, so I'll lose the 4 points, but I would gain 8 points. I think I guess we'll do that then. So I'm going to send my last dwarf here to build. And he gets a 1 discount on building. We'll build the goblin post. for 1 gold and 1 wood. And that will be my entire turn. So I would lock up so that I don't give him more points. And when locking up, I still do need to do every other step. So spend food. He's 1 food. He is 2 food. I don't think that would be discarded anyway, so I need to give her both of those. Okay, so I paid for those. I completed all of my envoys. I'm just going to leave my ships on them. That's probably fine. And now we are here at final scoring. Let me double check that the solo bot doesn't have anything unique here. Olo does not get any extra gold at the end of the game. Sweet, so I've already won. Or no, I've already tied, but I'm going to get quite a few points here, which is good. Let me just make sure I don't miss any steps. Cleanup is skipped in phase 5. Endgame scoring. All players add up the scores from their C buildings. Move up on the gold track as many spaces as they score. And that is it. So I have 3 C buildings. We've got 12. I have 5 dwarves because I had 1 here. So that's 12 plus 20 is 32 plus 8. 40 points. Wow, that was a pretty big endgame score there. So I'm going to go from 68 to 108. Olos, I kicked your butt. Yes, I might be ready to try hard or expert mode. In medium, he started at 50 and then goes up 2 points every time he plunders. In hard mode, he starts at, I think, 60. Yeah, he starts at 60 and goes up 3 every time he does hard mode. And expert, he starts at 70 and goes up 4 every time he get plundered. So let's see, he plundered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So 60 plus 27, he would have been at 87. Or 70 plus 36. Wow, I would have beat you on expert by 2 points. Maybe I did something wrong. Well, let me know in the comments if you noticed any rules errors that I made. Definitely a little tricky as a first time playing, trying to move all the pieces in Tabletop Simulator as well. But I did really enjoy it. The engine building of the Envoy cards is really fun. Very tricky to commit to them and then be locked in for the rest of the game unless you purge them. And then there's a lot of different cards that you can focus on. And I focused a lot on the dwarves just because of these scoring cards and this merchant card. But I really like the skeletons that don't need to eat. So I feel like even though the game's not hard to play, your turns are pretty straightforward. There's quite a bit of variability in the different cards that come out, the different boat orders that come out, and even just which workers you focus on and which envoys you decide to focus on too. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think that was a fun play. I'm excited to try it with some other humans playing with me. I think that would be fun as well. Thanks so much for watching this playthrough and my initial thoughts here on Yonder. I think the Kickstarter ends like today or tomorrow, so I'm not a sponsored post or anything. I was more curious out of my for my own kind of self to decide if it's something that I wanted to back. Like I mentioned, I really enjoy some of their other games. I have Moon, which is a lot of fun, and this one seems like it would be a fun time as well. So I'm thinking about backing this one. Anyways, thanks again for watching. This is kind of a longer video. I think you could do this solo mode in 30 or 45 minutes if you had the game in front of you. You can use both hands to grab pieces, and your real hands are a little faster than my green mouse hand here. But either way, that was a lot of fun, and I will see you on the next one. Make sure to join our monthly giveaway and watch our weekly board game and video game podcast that I do together with my brother. See you later. Bye.